Hello, Yoga on the Porch family. It's Crystal coming to you on this beautiful Sunday from the porch. We're going to do a gentle, slow flow practice today. It's been about a week. I found my motivation waning this week. Kind of got into a bad place and couldn't really find the energy to get up and do anything that wasn't required of me outside of laundry or dishes or taking care of my kids or work, those sorts of things. So I kind of took a week off, regathered. It's been beautiful the past 2 days, which also helps immensely. I hope that you've been getting out for even a little bit each day and getting some vitamin D, some sunshine, some fresh air. I'm going to share with you today, before we begin, my card, and then I'll be reading to you a couple of different times at the beginning and end of our practice and sharing with you about Svadhyaya, which is from the yamas and niyamas, and that is the practice of self-study. And with us all being home right now, I think as difficult as it is, it does Hi, kitty. It does present a unique and rare opportunity for Svadhyaya, for self-study. So I'll be sharing that with you as well. So my card today, the theme was receive. Today I am given everything that I need to be happy. We have been doing online worship, and today, as we were listening to the sermon, the message was about being grateful and about how gratitude and thanksgiving are woven throughout the Bible. It's easy in our current situation to grow negative, to think about all the things that we're missing. But it's a personal choice for us to look around and actually see that we have been given everything we need to be happy. We don't have everything we want, but we do have everything we need. And for that, we can be grateful. Help me remember it is my birthright to live an abundant life. So I hope you remember that today. You have a right to be happy. You have a right to live abundantly. Svadhyaya, as I mentioned, is the art of self-study. The yogis teach that we as human beings are packaged much like a diamond ring. We are at our core divine consciousness. Around this pure consciousness, we are packed in boxes. Boxes of our experience, our conditioning, and our belief systems. These boxes are things like how we identify ourselves, what we believe to be true, our preferences and dislikes, our fears and imagination. All of these boxes are informed by country, culture, gender, town, ancestors, family history, groups we belong to, and our personal experience. We suffer, the yogis tell us, because we forget who we are. We think we are the boxes we are wrapped in, all of these experiences, and we forget that we are really the divine hiding inside. Svadhyaya, or self-study, is about knowing our true identity as divine and understanding the boxes we are wrapped in. We can find clues about our boxes by watching our projections, by the process of tracing our reactions back to a specific belief, and by courageously looking at life as it is. This process of knowing ourselves and the boxes that adorn us creates a pathway to freedom. The ability to shift our identification from our ego self, our boxes, to the witness, and then finally to our true identity as divinity itself, is the joy of this jewel of self-study. And I'll be sharing a little more as we conclude our practice today. pressing those shoulder blades together at the center of the back. Go ahead and rest the backs of your hands on the knees. We're going to do some alternate nose breathing as we begin our practice. So you're going to take your fingers. I want you to stick up your thumb and then also your pinky. You're going to place your thumb on your nostril. So let's place it on the right nostril. Take a big deep breath in through the left and out, and then switch sides and out. Switch thumb to the nostril, in, out. Switch pinky to the nostril, breathing in, out. Good. Take a nice big deep breath in. If you need to grab a Kleenex, feel free to do so. Those hands are resting on the backs of your knees. We're just going to gently take that right arm up and reach it over. And then switch it to the opposite side. Reach it up and over, rolling the shoulder back. Good. Let's go one more time on each side. And back to the center. Up and back. Nice. Let's take those feet out from under you. Let's find your child's pose. Reach those hands forward, resting your forehead. We're going to thread the needle here, so we're going to rise up on those hands. We're going to take your right arm under and place that right shoulder down on the mat. Take the left hand and place it by the forearm, kind of between the wrist and the elbow, and then just draw your right arm back. Good. Mindful of the shoulders. Try to keep your hips squared up with your mat as well. And release. Let's thread it on over to the other side. Left arm through, pressing the right into your mat, drawing the left shoulder back. And back to the center. Let's practice spinal balance. We're going to reach that right foot back. We're going to take the left arm forward, squeezing the glute, drawing the belly in and up. And release, opposite side. Good, now incorporate it with your breathing. So inhaling up, exhaling down, side to side. And let's come back to the center. Go ahead and drop your belly in cow. Lift those eyes to the sky and then round your back for our angry cat. Good. Dropping your head forward. And release. Good. Now connecting one movement to each breath. Let's go one more time through each. And then let's find our flat back. We're going to lift up. I'm going to shift my mat to the side. You stay where you are. From here, we're going to tuck your toes under. We're going to find our downward facing dog. Make sure your heels are hips distance apart. Hands are lined up with your shoulders. Good. Let's bicycle those feet, just bending the knee one at a time here. Back to the center. Let's step it forward one foot at a time and find your forward fold. Go ahead and drop your head down. Let that neck hang loose and relaxed. Bring the hands up to the elbows if you like. You can place them on your shins. Inhale. We're going to find our monkey. The fingertips can rest on the mat, or you can place toes. Make sure the weight is in the heels. And then inhale, let's bring those arms back and around all the way up to the top. Good. Exhale the arms down to the side, inhaling them up once again. Get those feet directly underneath the hips. Last time, nice big inhale, really filling the lungs. And exhale, let's find our mountain pose. Roll those shoulders back. Extending the arms strong and straight. Go ahead and tuck your tailbone under, drawing the pelvic floor in and up, the navel in and up as well. Relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. Just feel the power there. Feeling grounded and strong. The legs are activated. Inhale those arms all the way up. We'll practice a swan dive. Flat back, tipping forward at the hip. Let's move into our sun salutations here. We're going to inhale into plank. Exhale, slowly lower. Nice, firm abdominal wall. Coming up into cobra. Upward facing dog. And again, let's flow, connecting one movement with each breath. One last time. Hopefully you're starting to feel a little warmer. Those hands up towards your feet, and let's round your back and come all the way to standing. Rolling those shoulders back and then forward. Good. All right, we're transitioning into our second phase. Let's find your first warrior pose. Line up the ankle right underneath that knee in front. Rotate your hips and shoulders forward, rolling the outside of your back foot into the mat. We'll lift the arms overhead, eyes to the sky. You can go as low as you're comfortable with. Make sure we're not feeling any sensation in the knee. You can see the big toe if we glance down. Good. On your next inhale, we'll lift slightly. That second warrior. Relax your shoulders. Look over the top of the forward hand. Rolling the pelvis under. Lands back across. The head and back. Back to the front. Let's turn the forward hand up and reach. As we're reaching back, we're rolling our shoulder back. Opening up. Heart to the neck. Back to our second warrior. Relaxing the shoulders. Good. Let's bring those arms around to the front of your mat, one hand on either side of the foot. Let's walk them apart for wheel. Inhaling the arms overhead. The left knee can rest on the mat, or you can have the legs straight. Reach up, really elongate those arms. Exhale, let's cross it over, pressing those hands together. In our prayer position. Nice gentle rotation. If you need more, you can open all the way out to the side. Let's come back to the center. We're gonna bring that right leg back. We're gonna do our side plank on our right side. So you're gonna roll onto that right. So let's show the modification first. You can bring your right knee down. The right hand, that wrist is right underneath the shoulder. You're gonna roll onto the inside of your left foot. Raising again, open active fingers. Or you can keep the legs straight, rolling onto the outside of that bottom foot. You can bend the knee. You can reach for the big toe. Make sure you're breathing. Good. We're gonna come back to the front here. We're in a plank. The knees lifted or resting on your mat. Press against the mat strong. Spread those fingers. Good. Strengthening the shoulders, pectoral muscles. On your next exhale, let's lower down into our chaturanga or crocodile. Inhale, bringing the chest through. Exhale, tucking the toes under. Let's walk the hands back up towards the feet, and let's roll it on up. Good. Roll those shoulders back. And let's place our left foot in front for our first warrior. Go ahead, turn those hips and shoulders, squaring them up with the front of my mat. Inhale, bringing the arms overhead, rolling the back foot into your mat. If you feel tension in the neck, you don't have to look up through the fingers. That's just an option. On your next inhalation, we'll lift slightly and we'll find our second warrior. Those arms get tired, we can bring them together in front of heart center. Strong through the lower body. Rolling that back foot in. Contracting the forward leg. Squeezing the glutes. Let's look across the forward hand and then turn. Looking behind. Back to the front. Let's turn that forward hand up. Sliding the right hand down. The right leg rolling. The left shoulder open. Reverse warrior. Let's find our second warrior. Sink a little lower if you can. Challenge yourself if you're looking for a vigorous practice. And let's bring those arms over and around, one on each side of the foot here in front. Let's find our crescent. Remember, your knee can be on the mat or it can be raised. Strong, pressing through the foot here in front. Let's practice the twist. That right arm goes across the left knee, drawing the belly in, slowly turning, looking up towards the left elbow. Good, and back to the front, one hand on either side. Let's find our plank. We're going to turn, placing our left knee down. Left hand is right under the left shoulder. Lifting the eyes to the sky for our side plank. Again, rolling this right foot so the outside is pressing into your mat. Or you can keep the legs straight, rolling onto the bottom foot. We're scissoring the feet with the top foot slightly forward. Or you can stack. Or you can bend a knee. Raise those hips, pressing into the hand. Strong shoulders. If you have any issues, if this causes any discomfort, then I want you to back out. Please honor those feelings. We're turning back to the center, drawing the abs in and up. Pressing against the hands, good, strong. Squeezing the pectoral muscles of the chest. Strengthening the triceps. Good. On your exhale, let's lower it down. Inhale, find your up dog, or remember, we have the option of practicing cobra, just coming halfway up. Good, if we're watching that lower back, we're gonna tuck the toes under. We're gonna come back into our downward facing dog. Once again, let's walk those hands towards your feet. Let's round your back and roll all the way to the top. We're gonna practice one last standing sequence, which will work its way into Birds of Paradise, which I haven't practiced for a really long time. We're gonna give it a try. That's a balancing pose, so that will help us transition into our final phase. So let's bring that right foot in front again. Let's find our second warrior. Sink down, find your place in the pose. Strong legs. Bring across the forward leg. And turning. Let's look behind. And back to the front. Walk the back foot forward, take a step when you're ready. We're gonna practice our third warrior. Slowly lifting the left, drawing the navel in and up. Hopefully I won't blow over. You have the option of extending the arms out in front. That is just an option. Load the lower back, so I want you to be mindful of that. From here, we're just going to slowly bring those hands forward. Good. Your leg may be quivering a little bit. If it is, just take some rotations. But we're going to come forward and we're going to find a standing straddle. So with standing straddle, again, you're going to modify according to your own, the amount of flexibility or elasticity that is present in those hamstrings and calves. So the left knee is bent, the foot is flexed. Just gonna slowly start to lift the ceiling with the heel. You can stop at any time. When you reach that perfect amount of tension, good. I've got the shakies today. Birds of Paradise may be a challenge. All right, we're gonna bring that foot down. Now, go ahead, let's roll on up. Let's do some rotations, both directions. Inhale the arms. Exhale, let's swan dive forward. Good. Now, for Birds of Paradise, we're gonna be balancing on the right leg. We're gonna take your left arm under the left leg. Right arm comes behind. You're gonna clasp those hands together. And then you're gonna slowly straighten and try to come to standing. Taking your time. Good. If you can come to stand, you have the option of extending the foot up. Again, it's just an option. Play with that. It's a challenging one. It may not be in a lot of your practices, and that's okay. I know there are a few of you out there that would love it, that would use it, and so feel free to. If it's not in your practice, zero judgment, zero expectations. All right, so we're up here at the top. Once again, let's place our left foot in front, and let's find our second warrior. Sink down into it, mindful of the knee. Good. A little lower if you'd like to. Again, drawing the pelvic floor in and up, that root chakra, nice and strong. Roots extending out through the soles of your feet. Good, let's straighten the forward leg. Walk that back leg forward until you can take a nice step. We'll practice our third warrior. So balancing on the left leg. Bring that right foot back. Drawing the navel in and up. You can extend the arms forward if you need to. Good. We want those wobbles and bobbles. Those are actually good. Nothing to be ashamed of. That means those muscles and those tendons are working. They're getting stronger. We're challenging them. Just come in and out of it as you need to. Hold on to a chair or a wall for support. Good. Now from here, we're going to start to slowly tilt forward until your hands find the mat. We're going to bend your right knee and start to lift the feeling? Our palms are flat, so we're not cupping in as we do in a balancing half moon. Good, just gently lengthening out the hamstrings. Good, great job. Again, let's bring that foot down. Let's roll it up. Let's rotate the ankle. We're gonna attempt birds of paradise on the opposite side. Inhaling all the way up. Let's swan dive forward. We're gonna balance on the left leg, so we're going to take our, let's see. Sorry guys, like I said, I haven't done this for a while. All right, so now we're on the left leg. We have our right hand under our right leg and our left hand is behind the back. And then pressing into the foot. When you feel secure, you can start to attempt to stand. It's not pretty. Give it a try. It may not be there for you today. I don't know that it's going to be here for me on my left side. Give it a try. Practice grace. Practice releasing expectations. Good. Congratulations. All right, big inhale. Exhale, swan dive forward. Good. We're gonna come down to your mat. One last balancing pose before we bring it all the way down. We haven't practiced our crow for a while either. Like I said, let's not very good about practicing walking anything this week. So if you'll extend grace to me, I always extend grace to you. Let's give this a try together. Go ahead, come up on your toes, bring your elbows back, try to find the armpits with your knees. Pressing into your hands. Lift the feet. If you can, maybe just one foot at a time. In and out of it. Press. Beautiful. If you want to practice a side one, you can turn to the side. One elbow goes against the hip. One elbow goes against the outside of the knee. This is super slippery. Let's see if I can do it. I don't know. We'll try. I know I have a couple of students that I've been working with on the arm balances. Fingers are nice and spread, nice and wide. And you can try to lift. Yeah. My shirts are too slippery. Good. If you practice on this side, you want to go ahead and play with the other side. Go ahead and shift those knees in the opposite direction. Again, just tuck that elbow up against your hip. Opposite one against the knee. Spreading the fingers, bending the elbows, and then shift the weight. Just play with it. Arm balances take a really long time to master. And continued practice. Again, in Yoga Fit, we teach the art of releasing expectations, releasing judgments, and releasing competition with ourselves and with others. Let's go ahead and find our child's pose. Good. Walk those fingers out in front. Go ahead and come back up. Let's check on our time. All right. come to a seated position on your mat. Let's bring those heels in for our butterfly. Today was a lot cooler and a lot windier than I expected. But sit up nice and tall for me. Draw those elbows in towards the belly. And then if you want to, you can go ahead and round forward. Good. Let's bring it all the way back up. We'll try a balancing posture here, focusing on strengthening your abdominals. You can lift one foot at a time as you're balancing on your tailbone, if you like, shifting from side to side. Or if you want to attempt to lift both feet, it's my father-in-law, both feet at one time while balancing on the tailbone. First, just gonna lift those heels. And then if you want to extend the feet out. Good, look at those moles. Yes. There. Good job, guys. Let's open those feet for a seated straddle splits. Stand nice and tall. Walking the hands out. Keep the toes pointed up. Stack the fists. And then when you're ready, you can come all the way up. Let's place your feet flat on your mat. Inhale, bring your chest up. Nice big deep breath in. Exhale, we're gonna round the back. We're gonna come all the way down. One vertebra at a time. Strong work. Go ahead and walk your heels up towards your hips. Try to extend your fingers towards the heels. When you're ready, you can lift the hip bones up off your mat. You can also interlace. Make sure if you're needing to watch me, please don't turn your head. Just sit up, take a look, and then join in. We want to keep the neck safe by keeping the chin right there in the center of the chest. We want to practice wheel. You can move bridge up into wheel. Hands under the shoulders. Coming up onto the toes and just rocking gently. Shoulders over the wrists. Of that or wheel. Let's start to slowly come out. Let's come all the way down. And let's do some gentle circles, massaging your lower back. Give your knees a hug. Let's release. Soles of the feet together. To end a practice without doing a hip opener and a spinal rotation. So we're going to combine those two things. So we'll bring your knees together. Let's take your right knee over your left. Placing the ankle on top of the knee, let's reach through, interlacing your fingers and drawing the foot and the knee back towards the chest, opening up the hip. I like to rock back and forth just gently. Now let's go ahead and cross that leg all the way over. Drawing the right knee over towards the left. Our right hand extends out to the side and we turn and look for the fingers. Good, let's come back to the center. Uncurl the feet. Let's take our left foot, place it on top of the right knee. Let's reach through, drawing the knee and the ankle towards the chest. And release. Let's go ahead and cross it all the way over. Bring the left knee towards the floor. Extend the left hand out to the side. And release. Come back to the center. We're going to come into our final Savasana, our relaxation pose. I want you to allow your feet just to fall open naturally to the side, rolling your shoulders under. Placing the backs of your hands on the floor, the carpet. Allowing your chest to open. Allowing your feet to fall open naturally to the sides. I want you to stay right there. I'm going to guide you through a gentle body scan starting at the crown of your head. Just envisioning a warm golden light hovering right above the crown chakra. And then consciously we allow that light to move down into the muscles of the face. Relaxing the temples, allowing our third eye to open. Inviting receptiveness. Activating our intuition. Relaxing your jaws. Relaxing the muscles of the mouth, allowing the tongue to fall away from the roof of the mouth. And then allowing that warm energy to flow down into your throat. Allowing that throat chakra to open, activating your voice, your strength to speak out for yourself and for those less fortunate. Relaxing the throat, relaxing the shoulders as that light moves down into the torso, to the heart chakra, where we find our passions, where we find love for others, for activities that bring us joy. Just relaxing the muscles of the chest, allowing the arms to soften as well. Just allowing your body to sink into the earth beneath you. And then allowing that warmth to move down into your belly. Where we find the solar plexus and our sacral chakras. Solar plexus is where we find our heat. Activating our desires, our work ethic. Sacral chakra, where we find our sexuality, where we find a different type of passion. Just relaxing that pelvic region and then allowing that heat to move into the hips, just softening. Allowing the hip socket to open. Allowing the light to move into our final root chakra. This is where we find our stability, our security. activating that. Just enjoying the strength that you feel, the safety and security of resting here in this safe space. And then allowing the light, the warmth to move down into your lower body, to your thighs, your knees and calves, and then finally out through the soles of your feet. Stay here as long as you like, as long as you need to. I'm going to finish up our practice with another reading on Svadhyaya. Usually we don't notice our beliefs or conditioning unless there's some kind of disharmony present. In these times, we have the opportunity to trace whatever we are saying about the moment back to a belief which we are either consciously or unconsciously holding. Tracing any disharmony back to ourselves will help us unpack a box that we ourselves have wrapped around it. Our conditioning and formation of beliefs begins very early in childhood. We learn early to accept our family's way of doing things and to pattern ourselves after our cultural norms. These early conditionings continue to form and move deep inside us, creating pieces of our identity and to what are reactions to our own life experiences, and we become neatly wrapped in layers of packaging. When faced with any disharmony, our tendency is to blame what is inside of us and then justify what we are thinking or feeling. If we are courageous enough to trace our disharmony back to ourselves, we can begin to unpack our boxes and open up vast amounts of freedom that brings us closer to our true essence. Tracing it back begins to unpack belief systems of shoulds, musts, and wrong and right. We need our eyes and hearts wide open to look at every ripple of disharmony that we experience. Like a gift waiting to be opened, every event that life presents to us is a precious opportunity to learn the truth about the boxes we have ourselves packaged in. And in conclusion, every time I am disturbed, there is something wrong with me. I am not prepared for what has come. I am out of tune with things. I am resisting something. If I can find out what that something is, it will open the way to spiritual advances. And with that, I conclude our practice. Namaste. I pray that perhaps the excessive wind and my over-exuberant wind chimes may have provided you a bit of a sound bath. That was, if not enjoyable, at least slightly entertaining. I'll see you later this week. Take care.